Hello everyone, Speedy B here, Warfield Adventures, and today we're back. Actually, this is probably, I think, the second time this has been on the channel, but we're here with Dad's 2014 Honda VFR800, and today we're going to be installing some risers on it. So we've got right here some high risers. These are, I believe, 32 millimeters, right around there. I can show y'all real quick. Got our gauge to test that, but talking y'all through it. So the reason for these risers is this bike does have the factory 15, I believe they're 15 millimeter risers on them. You can order them. I don't know if they still sell them, but I know they're the factory ones, but Honda had them and you can buy them, the factory ones. Again, I'm not sure if they still sell them, but you know, they raise it up 15 millimeters. The bars here, they do raise up on their own, but Dad was feeling a little bit uncomfortable on the bike. Now, a good while ago, he did get this nice custom Corbin seat for it to try and help with that. I believe it was hip issues and sort of things, but it was like, it's still sort of a committed riding style, as you can see through what I threw up on screen with the current riding position of the bike. You know, you're still committed. It's not a full sport bike kind of thing. It's, you know, sport touring, but you're still kind of committed. And what Dad wanted was something that's a little bit less committed. Now, if you follow us on Instagram, you would know when we were going to get the tire replaced for the KLX 300, Dad was looking at both the Suzuki GSX S1000 GT Plus. Sorry, it's a mouthful, so you got to remember. And the MT10 and MT10 SP. We took pictures of that, and you know, we put that up on Instagram. You know, so definitely go follow us, Warfield Adventures, on Instagram and Facebook as well. Throwing that out there. But that was the thing. So what we're going to do today is, as you can see, I got it lined up right around 32 millimeters. So what we're going to do is we're going to install these, and then we're going to see. Well, not in this video, but we're gonna definitely see eventually soon if this actually made a difference in Dad like being more comfortable on this bike, because he's got a ride coming up, you know, a good long ride with, you know, a bunch of friends and, you know, friends of friends, things like that. So it's a decently sized group ride. So that they're going on, and you know, he asked me, he's like, yo, it's like, because we've had these risers for a good while, he's like, you know, it's like, I think now might be the good time, because it's really starting to, you know, be uncomfortable and whatnot. So now I do want to point out, these are not any, I believe from what I know, they're not like name brand risers. They're pretty like generic, and I'll throw up the thing on Amazon of something very similar. I don't remember where we got these, because they're very pretty much color match. It's gonna be hard to tell, but you'll see definitely once we get it on the bike. They're very similar. Now the Healy bars risers, those are pretty much color matched to the triple clamps and bars of this bike, both 2014 and 2015 VFR 800s and VFR 800 Deluxes. So I mean, that's really the thing with it. But the Healy bars are 19 millimeters. These are 32. So these are doubled what's on here. And, you know, we'll show the positioning of, you know, what it's like without the risers, what it's like with the, you know, the factory risers versus these risers. And we'll kind of have that sort of riding position for you guys. Now, do note that that will be with this Corbin seat. And I actually have the stock seat here to show y'all. It's going to be a little different compared to this. I believe this is a little bit taller. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that this Corbin seat is a little taller than the factory seat. So there is that to keep in mind. But this is a kind of a pretty simple install, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys this. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so in the kit, you're gonna have, so for the kit, you've got the risers itself and some longer bolts. Now these are 6 millimeter Allen screws, and that's what they are on the bike itself. So that's what we're gonna do first, is we gotta remove that. So I'm gonna move the camera up there and show you guys that. Okay, so first things first is you gotta take these caps here off. So I was doing a little bit of this yesterday. I actually lost one of these, but that's okay. But regardless, they pop off pretty easy. And for a little context, I don't really have nails because I've basically chewed them off for years and years. So slowly breaking that habit. But you know, they pop off pretty simple. And then you're gonna take your 6 millimeter Allen and just take these off. So pretty simple there. They just kind of pop right off. You can pull these up and out. And just like that, you see, this comes right off. So if you want to be careful of anything you've got, you know, sort of wire-wise, you don't want anything to be pinching like right here. This is the clutch line. If possible, I want to try and see, pick that up, but get that out of the way. I want to try and do it one-handed so I can show you guys kind of what you need to do. So kind of like that, just pick it up. I just need to slowly get it to the side to get the stock riser off, which that is like, I won't say seized on there, but it's on there pretty good. There you go, see, you just pick it up. So yeah, just like that, there it is, that's the stock riser. And I believe, like I said, these were 15mm risers. And then from there, you just do the same thing on the other side. All right, everyone, so I do want to point out, I did put one of the risers in just to make sure everything was good. The initial front brake line here is a little tight, this one here, because it leads into this housing right down there where my finger is. Actually, if there's a flashlight, I could show you a little better. There we go, hopefully that helps. But so there's the front brake line, it's this one right here, part of it, and then it leads to this piece right there, but then under that it's pretty loose. So I did want to point that out. I just wanted to put it there and make sure it was all good before, you know, I got too far, and, you know, I just want to make sure everything was good. So far it seems good. Just gotta, once we get the other one on, just, you know, rotate the bars and make sure nothing binds up and that the front brake still works proper. So that's one of the biggest things when you're installing risers. You got to make sure nothing is pinching, nothing is stretching excessively or too tight, because the last thing you'd want is something to break. And the biggest one with that is your throttle. You don't want to turn the bars one way and it goes, you know, when you increase throttle, or it gets really tight and then you can't close it. Obviously, the higher speeds you get as you lean and you don't turn the bars as much, it's not an issue. But in like a parking lot and you need to turn the bars because you're not going fast enough to really lean through the corner, you know, or rely on leaning alone, you know, that's something you want to make sure of. Another thing is take a look at the height. There's no riser here, right? This is just factory, okay? And that's the new one. You check the height difference out. It might be hard to tell on camera, but you can definitely tell the difference. And even I'll throw the 15mm stock risers on. See, and even through that, you can still also see, hopefully, somewhat a difference in the risers. This angle probably provides a bit better, and that's 50mm. So this really does, you know, these risers here really do bring it up, and it's doubled what these ones are. So we're gonna get this one installed, and I will show you guys that right now. So similar process to when you're taking it off. You know, obviously the bolts will be out. You already have the bar off, but for anyone that didn't, you know, just gotta get that off. Just kind of off here. And if you're wondering what this is for the heated grip control. So you just get that off and to the side. Make sure this flat slot here is to the back here. It's oriented correctly. Might need to move this a little bit more. Pretty simple. You just get that and you slide it on. You pick your bar up and you slide it on. And everything still looks, you know, loose. The clutch line here isn't stretching in any way. I think that was just the brake because it's short to that piece, but after that it's pretty loose. So maybe I'll try and pull it up some more through there just a little, but we will see. And then you're going to put your bolts in here. So I started here by hand, just making sure they hit the threads. Just go slowly. I'm using this, yeah, I know, but I also got to use one hand. So just make sure everything's good, everything's square, everything's lined up, and we're just going slow. We're not going to torque it with this, we're just going slow. Okay, there we go. Just that little click. Okay, everything looks good. All right, all right. Sheesh, looks great. Now, we actually have to put a torque spec on this thing. So, service manual here, handlebar bolt, see quantity 4, what is that? Millimeters and thread, 8, interesting. But you see 32 nanometers or 3.3 kilo FGM, no idea, wasn't that kilogram force times meter, whatever, something. This is what we're interested in. Foot pounds, 24. And that's what I did on the other one. So we're gonna come over here. It is on. I had to use an extension just to clear this beautiful red tang. You know, and we're gonna put that on and then torque it down. Voila, all done. Just give it a little wiggle on the bars, make sure it doesn't move in there. If it doesn't, geez, that is looking really good. And that brings the height up on the bike too pretty good. And that should help, you know, make this a little bit better of a riding position too. But yep, so now the next thing to do, like I said, just make sure none of the wires are sort of pinched. This clutch wire is fine. Like I said, the brake one, I don't know, let's see, can we pull it up a little? Not really. I don't want to, like I said, don't need anything to break. So, but it should be fine because this moves with that. All of that should moves together. until it gets down there a little further past that piece there. This is when it moves kind of independent to the bars. So I believe it should be fine here, but something we're going to check when we go outside, because that's the other thing we got to do, is we got to take it outside real quick, and you know, obviously turn the bars, you know, go back and forth, make sure they're all good, and you know, that's pretty much it. And also run it and make sure when you turn the bars it doesn't increase idle at all. Make sure the brake's still working, turning the bars too, and there's no sudden loss. So it's really a quick test, but you know, just again, something we just got to be 100% sure of before we finish up with this. So before we finish up and, you know, make sure everything is good in terms of no pinching on the cables, let's compare the stock, the 15 mil and the 32 millimeter. So right here is stock. You can see pretty low on the arms, leaned forward a good bit. 15 mil, you know, arms come up a little bit. You're still kind of committed and leaned over, you know, a good bit. And look at 32, you know, arms up a lot more, sitting more straight up and down. So now let's go outside and test it out. All right, everyone. So unfortunately, the microphone on the camera wasn't working. I guess I didn't have it put in correctly in the media mod, but that's okay. So we did a little test, turned the bars to the right, made sure the idle didn't jump, gave revs, made sure it was good. As you can see, everything was good. It revved up, revved back down, all good. Turned it to the left, did the exact same thing, rev up, rev down, all good to go. So yeah, that was pretty much it with the bars, and hopefully this helps Dad with being able to ride the bike for longer distances without having to stop and take breaks. All right, everyone, so that's the end of the video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching the install of the 32 millimeter risers on the 2014 Honda VFR800. So now, like I said, you know, in the testing, you know, this is to kind of help Dad with the sort of those problems, to kind of bring that from a little bit more of a committed riding style to kind of bring that up a little bit, hopefully reduce the pain in the hips so that he doesn't have to stop as frequently. And I kind of said it wrong when I was doing the voiceover. I think I worded it as like, I said like doesn't have to stop. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to stop fuel, things like that, water, unless you have a high water bladder to drink from. But what I mean is, like, you know, you fill up with fuel, and in between your fuel stops, it's like, my back hurts, my hips hurts, you know, something hurts, you know. So that's kind of what the risers were to help for, and you know, hopefully it works, you know, and I hope it does. If not, it might be new bike time. But as much as a new bike would be cool, we are also hoping that that's not the case, because the VFR is cool, it's unique, it makes a great sound. You know, Honda doesn't make it anymore. It's just everything about it. I know things that Dad were looking at, the MT10, you know, it makes a great sound. You know, it is unique in its own way, but the VFR is more unique. VTEC V4, you know, you get above, I believe, what is it, 7,000 some RPM, and it's like, and then, you know, that sound kicks in and it makes a really good sound. But you know, we'll see how things play out. I really think they're gonna make a good impression. You know, his initial sits on the bike, and he's like, I can feel something here. This feels better, you know. But we'll see what happens, you know, when he gets out and riding. But that's it for this video. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. That helps us a ton, and it shows us your appreciation of these videos. You know, drop us a comment. What do you think? How do you think this is gonna do? And you know, anything you want to see from the channel, we're always reading and answering you guys' comments. That's it. Speedy B here signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Ride safe and enjoy every ride. Peace out.